People who have worked the drive-thru. What's the weirdest thing you've seen in someone's car? 1. I worked at a Tim Hortons and once saw an old lady with like 50 cartons of eggs in her car. I made a joke saying, "Looks like you could make your own breakfast," and she got real straight-faced and said, "Oh honey, those aren't eggs." Still have zero clue what else you would store in egg cartons. 2. I was working the drive-thru at Burger King in a snowstorm. Driver orders a Coke with no ice. When I hand them the Coke, they empty it a bit, break off a couple icicles hanging from the car, put them in the Coke, and drive off without saying a word. 3. Only worked drive-thru for a year, but the weirdest thing I saw was an alpaca in a minivan. They asked at the window if they could order some apple slices for the alpaca. I just gave them 2 packs on the house. 4. Had a drunk guy come through the drive-thru. A cop car was in line right behind him. Told the cops about the drunk guy. Cops said they knew as they were planning on pulling him over before he turned in and went to the drive-thru. They decided they were hungry and decided to get food too before pulling him over. They stayed at the back window and had us give them their food first so they could follow him out. Pulled him over in the parking lot. Was kind of entertaining. 5. The entire car was filled with trash. Like legitimately up to ceiling in the back seat and up to shoulder height in the passenger seat. I was so stunned I nearly forgot to give them their food. 6. Had a customer come through with a giant grandfather clock in the back seat. The thing was so huge it was sticking out the side window, which just so happened to be on the left side of the car. Which meant dude couldn't get close enough to the window to reach his food and had to step out, cursing the whole time. 7. I used to see someone come through with a lifelike mannequin in their passenger seat. I asked about it and turns out they did it to use the commuter lanes on the highway, as you must have more than one person in the car or you'll cop a fine. 8. My little sister used to work at a local Wendy's. A woman came through the drive-thru one day with either a pet or a service animal. That animal happened to be a monkey. 9. There is one guy who drives a hearse. It was a car that ran well and he could afford it. So when a teenager pulls up to the window in his hearse you get a little shocked. 10. I worked at Domino's and one lady used a hand-crocheted blanket to keep her pizzas warm. Kept the blanket in the front seat and draped it over the boxes. I crochet, so I know how much work went into that blanket.